I'm AJ,
And I'm Amy, and this is Tipplecast.
and we're just a couple of friends who love exploring the world of whiskey and other spirits.
Tag along with us as we give these time-honored brews a trace and share our opinions with you.
For better or worse. Hi, welcome back to Stipplecast.
Welcome, welcome.
I'm AJ,
And I'm Amy.
and tonight we are trying Powers 3 Swallow and Jameson's Caskmates, the Stout edition.
Now, I'll be honest, both of these are my favorite. I really do like them both. So we were joking kind of beforehand that it's like I might need to do smaller shots or I'll drink the whole bottle because they're both really, really good. But
Great.
I can't say I'm not biased. So
No, I'm totally biased. All right, let's do the 3 Swallow.
Three Swallows whiskey is the wonderful whiskey with the horrible name. And you can see there's little birds on there. Get the right camera. There you go. And it's made by the Powers folks. Usually you'll find Powers kind of, I hate to say this because it's harsh, but like lower shelf, but that doesn't mean it's a better whiskey. A worse whiskey.
I'm glad you're an English major.
It's true. But it's just one that's not as known as Jameson's, but it's one that's very popular in Ireland. From what we've heard, please feel free to comment if that is not correct. Anybody over in Ireland that's saying this. So, but we kind of tripped over this one,
Yeah,
and have kind of fallen in love with it. So, hard to get here in Iowa, but we managed. We found. So, pretty color.
so I will say that this has like kind of like an alcohol-y smell to it. Like you know that it's alcohol. It's not sneaking up on you.
No, but it's got a little bit of smoke to it. Um, if you go into a bar, they've got the little smoking contraptions they can put over your glass and smoke it more. I'd actually try this first without doing that because it's already got a little bit of smoke to it.
Yeah.
So.
It's so to me, and one of the things that I love about it is it doesn't have like that burn that I really am not in love with, right? Like there's a whiskey burn, which is one of the reasons why like I struggle sometimes with like bourbons and scotches, and just because it hits my back of my throat, and I'm just like, oh. And we laughingly call it the whiskey face.
Which I struggle with. I struggle with this. But this one, it really is actually good, and you'll feel it kind of right here. At least we do. Feel it right about here, but it's not one of those ones where you're like a half hour later you're feeling it like in your stomach kind of.
No, it's just like a warm all the way down for me, but it's not a burn. It's warm but not a burn.
Ooh.
I do like it. I do like it a lot.
Yeah, and it was a total oops. It was part of a whiskey flight that we got.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, well, we'll try that. Oh, that's very good. So.
All right. So now we're on to Jameson's, the Caskmates.
Would you like some trivia on Caskmates?
Sure.
Trivia on Caskmates is the fact that Caskmates, down the road from the Jameson Distillery, or Middleton Distillery, there was a small pub that actually made their own stout or their own brew. And Jameson's, the guys that would, go down after work to the pub, really enjoyed this stout and ended up getting some barrels from the company, from this little small local brewery. And they ended up aging very few of them in their casks, and they came up with the Caskmates, hence the name. Since then, I'm not sure if they still do that or not because it's kind of crazy with the amount of people that like that. Mm-hmm. So as you've seen, it's gone from a limited edition, it's kind of moved over to just one of their standards.
All right.
And now you know more than you need about Caskmates.
You know, one of the things that I noticed about this is it has kind of like a milder smell than like a straight Jameson's. Like I think the stout barrel really mellowed it a little.
And I don't know how long they actually put it in the barrel. So I also don't know if they charred it, but it's got that a little bit of smoky, but not crazy smoky.
I don't smell it. Like, smoky, but has a distinctly different flavor than a traditional Jameson's.
It really does. And I haven't had it in a while.
Like we just, you know, filmed a tasting of Jameson's not too long ago, and it's just a very different flavor of it. I very much like this.
I've always been a fan of the lost my brain, Stout Cask.
Yeah, it's a mild. It also to me has no burn, or a very very small burn where um, it's not like I drank a whiskey.
That's a few shows down.
Yeah,
God help us. It's coming.
it's coming. And you know, if you ever have suggestions on what we should try, now, admittedly, um, we live in a state where sometimes we struggle to get certain um, vintages of whiskeys and other spirits. But if you have suggestions, we're more than happy to try.
And more than happy to travel.
Exactly.
We need to.
So, yeah, if you like this, like and subscribe.
Click all the things.
All right.